Yolan True, and welcome to another exciting day in our galaxy, and welcome to another officer video of our little officer series. Today it's Kati, but before I talk about her, I just want to say, if you're not a subscriber of my channel yet but do like my channel, then please do subscribe to it, and when you do, then please also click this little bell and all notifications so you will be notified when another video comes out. But now let's have a look at Kati. She's an uncommon officer. She is from the class Science. That's why you need science badges for her to upgrade her. And if you looked on the earlier screen, that's what I'm missing. Although I have 2, but no, I have 0. I need 2. That was the one. Yeah, you always need a lot of those. And she's from the group Khan's crew. That means she can get synergy from another of that group if she's captain. And she can give synergy to a captain from that group if she's on the bridge. And she's from the faction the Augments, which unfortunately means that she's one of the many officers that needs independent credits to upgrade her, and you know how hard to get they are. If you want to know a little bit more about Kati, there's an info text here in the info box. I will not go into details here, but she obviously is an augment. As I already mentioned, she has a captain ability and an officer ability, or a captain maneuver, and her captain maneuver is Hail of Fire. And that is that at the start of each round, which is a nice thing already, if the target of the ship is a defense platform, Kati increases the chances of a critical hit by 4% for that round. And that already gives you the hint that she is one of those augment officers that are designed for base attacks. And especially when you are on the lower levels, you will have a close look at the augment officers for that. You will not have the gigantic, great PvP crews. And so you really should have a look at the augment officers, and including Kati, for attacking bases, for example, in incursions. Her officer ability is Enhanced Weaponry. That once again is when attacking a station, Kati increases the critical hit damage by 30%. So first of all, with her captain maneuver, she can increase your critical hit chances. And when you hit with a critical hit, she increases the damage for that as well. But always only against stations. In the first place, there must still be defense platforms to destroy. And in the second, it must be an attack on a station. So against other players, against hostiles, Kati doesn't make any sense in other places than when you attack a station. But as I said, especially for lower levels, this will be very, very important. We can talk about the upgrading for a second. There you see what I was talking about. She needs officer experience points, independent credits, and the science badges, and I need to get more. I was not very lucky in pulling them from the Apex event at the moment, but I will get to that, because you need so many of those for a lot of officers, and as I upgraded some officers recently. As an uncommon officer, of course, she also has an officer trait, and that's Augment. There's a lot of augments here in the game, so that's why I haven't upgraded her completely, because I'm using rare officers from the augment group rather in away team traits, in away team missions, because they give more of those points, and so Kati is not completely upgraded. But that's where I would send Kati nowadays. I almost, there are a few missing, and of course the new ones are still missing, but I almost have all officers you can have, and so that's when they don't play a big role again anymore. But really, especially on the earlier times when you take part in incursions after reaching level 25, then the augment crew will in many cases play a big role here. And that's why you should have a look at the augment crews and Kati as well. Because they are much easier to get than many other officers, because if we want to talk about Kati, we just have to go to the augment faction. And here you have 2 recruit sections. You have the Augment Recruit 6, and you have the Awoken Augment Recruit 6 in my case because of the rep, I guess. But you have Augment Recruit and Awoken Augment Recruit, and she's in the easier one, the awoken, in the normal augment recruit, and there you have a chance by exchanging 1 chest to get 5 Kati shards. And in this case, that means as an uncommon officer, she is quite easy to get. And so Kati will be one of the officers you will have quite early in the game, unless you have real bad luck, but or are too lucky and always only get Khan shards here. But in this case, she's one of those officers easier to get, and that's why I say for your earliest times in Incursion, she will probably be a good officer for your crew. But of course, if you want to tell me how you use Kati, what is your experience with that officer, then please write it in the comments. As I always say with ships, officers and everything, it's always good to give a broader view to my viewers via the comment section from other players as well. Then that's why I really appreciate when you comment on this too. And if you have questions in general or video requests, then you know that I regularly read the comments. And if you want to see another video right now, the next one is right here in the end screen. I'll see you there. I'll be back.